Yeah, and I was muted. Wow. How am I doing? Doing pretty well. Morning, Yash. Ooh, look. I've got, I myself muted. All right. I'm going to come up with a Mastodon post here. Let's see the post. What does this mentor redemption do? You going to tutor us? Well, if you have like, I don't know, we could chat for like 15 minutes or so. All right. So, but it really depends on the question. And some things, like if you're a software engineer, it's easier. Or if you're, beginning that path. All right. How is this working today? All right. That over there looks okay. We test volume. Yep. Okay. Where do we want to go? We are working on the emotes. We have converted these dash maps. Instead of using a string, they need to use emotes. But these emotes need lifetimes because of the cow to the URL. So we're cleaning that up a touch. I wish there was like a add lifetime. And in this case, okay, that lifetime's okay. Does that say parentheses? Oh, yeah, not parentheses. I need goodness square brackets there, or angle brackets, and our music is gone. Stations. It's been a while. We're going funk or blues. We could do blues or jazz. Yeah. Deal on that. What else we got? Mismatch types. So, load.com builder. Yep. Okay. I think I'm going to change that. We'll see. Zealand. Xylan? Good morning. It's an I or an E sound, right? And happy Tuesday. How are you? I am a bit parched. Either eye's okay. The E, the I. What about the I? Probably not. Probably not the I. Okay. And in emotes,
Thank you.
Okay, we have to fill that out. We'll get there. We'll get there. Here. External emoticons. I feel like we should just be passing that into this here. The whole thing. Whole external emoticons. And then when we say we want to get an emoticon, give it the text, the channel, an optional channel, text, the size, and optional channel. We do that? Used to do a cheap reference to reference conversion. Okay. Can we take this further and say like, oh, you know, this should take a simple into option as that. Yeah, I can't nest those. So we'd have to do this as a where clause. I think that's fine as it is. So what we are going to do here is create some code that will look up the channel in our internal maps and return a reference. Well, return an emoticon via a cheap copy. Let's see. Make sure that everything over there is set up. Looks good. Okay. So if we have a channel, we'll use one or the other. Right. And then we will optionally return an emote, because we might be asking for a emote that doesn't exist in a channel. Ideally, if somebody's asking for a emote, we know about it. All right. Let's see, emotes equals if let sum channel equals channel, else. In this case, we'll use self.global, a reference to self.global. Otherwise, we will use a reference to the inner dash map. The only thing that we have to look out for here is that arc, because arc doesn't exist on this one. All right, and in this case, we need to look that up. So self dot channel. Expected and unknown. Mismatch types. Yes, we haven't returned anything yet. Oops, that should be a to-do. Ah, yes. In this case, if we get a nothing, should we just return early? Or keep it consistent? Have one... Oh, and this one's a ref due to the dash map. Arc, yeah, there's the arc. Okay. That and the ref. Ooh, interesting. So how do we do this? We could either extract the logic into, let's say, a closure, and execute that logic on something that's passed in, right? So we could just basically say, let logic equals boom, boom, some sort of closure, right? And then when we get a reference to our different channels, our different lists of emoticons, we execute on that. Or how else could we do it? We could try to unroll these type incompatibilities. I don't know if that's worth it though. Owned here. And this will only go into owned if... Okay, that'll clone it. But now we still have the ref, right, because of the get here. The get returns an option to a ref. This guy here. Okay, well, let's... Let's go with the closure version. So basically we want to be able to pass a vector of emoticon in. Truly, this doesn't actually have to be a closure. This could just be a function. I do not think we need to capture anything. We could capture this stuff. Yeah, let's capture this stuff. Just because I don't feel like passing it in. Alright. And this should really be... lies. Okay. So we're trying to find an emoticon. We need to find the dash map here. So we have global. We'll look up the emoticon text here. And in this case, this will be emote text. Move that, remove that. We will, we can leave the to-do for now. Then we will call logic, pass in emotes, and return that. What if we don't find it? Let's just unwrap our default. Trait one. Oh, we can't do a default to a ref. Oh, it's giving us the whole ref thing. Dot map kv v dot. So we just want the value. Dot unwrap or default. ev dot value. I think is what it was. Yep. And in this case, it's going to return a reference to that. Yes, but we can't have a default reference to that. Okay, fine. Be collapsed further. That's great. Collapsible else if. Oh, let's take a look. I can't actually click on that. Let's see. I did an OS upgrade, so all of my windows are gone. History. Oh no, they're all gone. Oh, restore previous session. There we go. Oh, the world is good. Okay. Here we go. Let's toss that on the left. So what is it? What is it saying? Else if y. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. I hadn't thought of doing an else if let sum. I guess that works, right? Why wouldn't it work? It's just not a pattern I'm used to doing. Okay. And in this case, we need to return some emoticon. Why did it do that? I want those curly braces. All right. Now here we get the same thing, right? Plus some channel. So if we have a channel and this get will return an option. I'm surprised that it was okay with that. This one, okay. Here we still need that. We'll map that using its ref. Okay. So we found this. We looked up the channel. Now we need to look up the emote. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's basically move most of that logic in there. Yeah, basically this section here. I like that better. What do we call these? This dash map. Emoticon map. Emoticon set. Emoticons? I don't know. We'll have that, and then we will pick apart the emoticons. Okay. Otherwise, we return none. Okay. That global. Okay. So come in here. We try to find the channel. If a channel was not passed in, then we use a global emoticon set. If a channel was passed in, we look the channel up. If that fails, we return nothing. If we do find it, then we continue the logic with a specific channel. Oh, we need 1, 2, 3 brackets. And we really want a reference to one of these. Making types the same through the power of DREF. Okay. Now in this case, we can actually start to look them up. Great. Okay. So once we have some set of emotes, right? At this point, it's a vector of emoticon. Wow, why is that highlighting everything? So we'll have our vectors of emoticons there. And we need to look up the size in there. So we'll find the closest one and return that. I just had a light bulb moment that I don't like. I don't like this light bulb moment. Huh. What if the UI changes its size later? What if somebody says later that, oh, you know what? I don't want the big emotes. I want smaller emotes in some sort of setting. What do we do? That's where I am. And at this point in the code, this is happening much too early. New duck. How have I found Tauri? I like it. I really like it. I'm looking forward to the next project with it. I've learned a lot on this one. I like the way that the APIs are set up. The communication is fairly simple. You can, set up commands or events. I've gone pretty much the event route because, seems the same basically. I guess with commands you could have a return. Right? Events you don't. You're working on an Electron-like framework. You're building one? Cool. That's pretty cool. I do like the fact that they focus on security. And we've run into limitations on what we can do because of security, which is really just a kind of an earlier limiting thing. I'm pouring some water here. Hot water. I like hot water. Oh, wow. Wow. Nice. How do you find, or what do you think the main differences are between, like, you, Tauri, and, or your project, right? Tauri and Electron. I also like that it's using the system web view. I even though networks are fast or faster than they were when I was a kid, I still want things to be optimized. So we might have to return all this vector of emoticon. Ooh. And then the UI has to pick the size. Didn't want to do that, but it seems like the only option. And this I think is just not going to work because of the references here. This reference to something that's created in the middle here. Oops. Stop it. All right. In this case, can reduce this. That. Found enum option. Okay, let's return the vector then. Vector. Wait, is that an option to a vector? What? No. Yeah, reference to a vector. Okay. If we have that with our external emoticons, we could pass our external emoticons object into this emoticon, message emoticon builder. Right now we're getting external emotes. Then we get global emotes and channel emotes, which we do not need to do here. We just need to pass in the external emotes. Or a reference to them. Yeah, what type is that? That's external emoticons. Okay, let's clean this up. Now in this case, we still need to produce a Twitch emote. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I don't mind. Yeah, toss a link in. Let's see, how can we get that? Let's see. Electron, Tauri, yours. Front end, Electron, bundling Chrome. Tauri, system web view. And yours is normal system browsers. What's the difference between system web view libraries and normal system browsers? Backend, Node Rust, and Node Ordino. Got it. Gluon.js. Why have I heard of Gluon before? Is there another library named Gluon? Gluon. Language? Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's statically typed front. Type inferred an embedded language written in Rust. That's why. Okay. Instead of using a library like WebView2/GTK WebKit, you use any Chromium or Firefox-based normal browser already installed. I see. Oh, cool. And so, I mean, that seems a lot like system web view library. But instead of using the system to discover it, you're using, what sort of mechanism are you using to discover, like, Firefox might be installed? It's interesting. It's pretty cool. Using environment variables or common paths. Oh, I see. I see. Or do you fall back to like the system web view? It's probably going to be way too hot still. Okay. Now the background on your site's getting chroma keyed as well. That's funny. It doesn't look like that on my... I wonder if I should dial that in. Let's see, where is that? Filters. Key. There you go. Might add one later. Cool. It's a fun project, and I'm sure. We got night mode and not night mode. Very cool. Did you do the website? With documentation. Also based on the Hugo theme? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Alright. Just checking the... Okay. Clipping changes still work. That's good. Alright. So when we build a new one of these, we need... And this is... an external emoticons, a reference to an external emoticons. Is that? Yeah. Okay. So if it's a Twitch emote, we do one thing. If it's an external emote, we do another. However, I don't know if maybe we fall back to Twitch. I don't know. So if it's a Twitch emote, we need to create basically a vector of these. Right now we're only creating one. Oh no, no, in this case, it is singular. because the URLs are here. I think we want a vector just to match the other one. However, we might have kind of borrow type differences. So if it's an external emote, we will use self.external emotes. Whoa. Ew. Plural. External emoticons, okay. It's emoticon. Okay, and the text is emote text size. I don't think we really have a size that we're looking for at the moment. And this would be emoticon size. Let's just give it like a 3x. And the channel. Oh, we need a channel. Okay. Yeah, and that's going to return an option to a vector. You know, if we're returning a vector, why don't we just return an empty vector? It's an allocation, but it shouldn't happen in this case. It might result in some sort of... No, let's return an option to a vector. Because we could fall back to another type. Basically, if we think we have an emoticon, we look it up, it's not there, then we can just fall it back to text. And this is slightly wrong. And that... Yeah, it's a reference here. Oh, one is a message emoticon, the other one is an emotes emoticon. Ew. And what does get emoticon return? An emoticon. This, okay. Let's do that. Oh, I did do that, didn't I? We still need these for other reasons. Okay. Arguments to this function are incorrect. Expected reference. Found reference to an arc. Which one is it? Okay, where's the Hey, Pseudo, how's it going? Oh, you're trying to rust. New Deck's trying rust again after a few years. The pull, yes. All right. And what gift has been bestowed upon us? Arguments to this function are incorrect. No. Oh dear, no. Global emoticons. We expected a dash set. But we received something much worse. Alright. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, so if we look at this, let me show you something. These are expecting these guys here. Set dash set to a string. They just want to know, does this emoticon exist, right? We have global emotes and channel emotes. Maybe we could pass that external emotes object in now that it has a function to look stuff up. So let's go down the rabbit hole here. Okay. So we have our extras, and global emotes is going to be used when we parse a message. We get our parser, and then we get into what, Twitch chat. Chat there. We have our extras. We have our borrowed global emotes and stuff. And here we're trying to distinguish between a Twitch emote and external emote. Which makes sense, okay. And in our emotifier, we're looking for different parts. And if we find that a piece of text is within this dash set, we say it's that kind. Good morning, Roy Lisi. Good morning, Roy Lisi. Now, what are we working on here? So we're currently working on this program right here. And it's kind of gone down over my shoulder. Let's pull that back up. We'll just put something in there. Yeah, it's okay. Either that or just move myself over. Why? Okay, it doesn't want to move me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Something around there. So we're working on this thing here, right? And what we're doing is actually making it so that you could connect to multiple Twitch chats with it. So if you had multiple streams going on at the same time that you were watching, because, you know, it's possible to watch Twitch and interact with Twitch without using the Twitch web view or the Twitch app on your phone, etc. And so in my case, I wanted to build this so I could have some text on the stream. However, it became obvious that other people could use it as well. So we added a little drop down at the top. I call it like the quick command drop down, and it would go way up there at the top of that and let you switch between channels, let you join channels, leave channels, etc. And when you do that, you need to have emoticons that are specific to those channels. And so right now we are separating these emoticons, dividing them by the channels that they are part of. And this is the parser. Man, this parser parses your messages, like the text inside of them, so that we could do things like, you know, like have like a, hey man, like like these sorts of things where it knows like something's been, you know, highlighted. Actually, it didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? Is that logged in with Capitan? I don't know. But it does other things too. You can do little highlighted messages. You can also do code. So we get little code highlights and formatting instead of just that. It's, you know, it's useful on a stream. We're down in the parser, and I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should just leave that alone and convert these external global and channel emotes, or use the new thing that we just built, which I'm trying to find it. Keep going back. Oh, it's right here. I know it is. Okay, external emoticons. We are creating this new thing, the message emoticon builder, and it is rather specific to message emoticons. More of like a finder at this point, isn't it? Because even though, yeah, here it's returning a message emoticon, but here, down here with external emotes, these are not a message emoticon. And what's the difference between a message emoticon and an emoticon? Those look very similar to you. They look very similar to me. Where is message emoticon? I'm gonna just copy paste these things. That's not it. Oh, one of them has multiple URLs. Ew. Fascinating. So, Twitch has basically two emotes. And 7TV has a single emote. So this one here is designed for the Twitch emotes where you might have more than one. And this is designed for the 7TV one. We could unify these and just have vector of cow strings. Cowster. That would solve that. We also need some sort of theme in here, which is not represented. Let's delete one. I say we delete this one. So we delete this one, we go to use the other emoticon. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We also need options for themes in here. Because Twitch has two different types of themes. One will be light, one will be dark. I'm really questioning my decision here to move this logic into Rust. We're now doing a lot more because of UI concerns. Because later, a scale might change in the UI. The theme might change. So we're having to build up, you know, multiple URLs just to be able to find the one later that we might want to use. which might not be that bad, right? It's a small amount of text, little arrays, right? Otherwise, we would have to have, you know, we're just denormalizing the data a little bit. We're creating 4 URLs instead of, what, having 4 different pieces of data. It's a little template with info. And we would be returning many more URLs because of that. I do not like it. I do not like it. This decision. Is it too late to go back? No. Is it too early to stop going forward? Also no. There are more options. There are more options. I wonder if I should switch these displays. Because here I'm looking like down, like whoosh, this way. Okay, so the other option here would be to build out some sort of, well, dare I say, message emoticon that has some sort of template and template variables. And then we can have something in JavaScript that knows how to push together these different, you know, things into a format. Something in JavaScript that knows how to use the template. There we go. English, yay. Grammar. Let's try the template route. Let's try it. Because if we can come up with a little unified template object for Twitch emotes and 7TV emotes, and maybe eventually better TV emotes if they ever publish an API. Okay. So what do emotes look like? The ones that we get back. They look like this. Blobs of data. And I thought they had a template. URL. Sorry, URL. I'm not seeing a template URL for this. Not that they don't provide one, just that I don't see it. We could create one. Because these are definitely formatted. We might have to parse their URLs to basically we're going to normalize their data. They have these like this, right? But they don't have. Are we? We might be doing this already, where we append those to a URL. Okay. That song's getting on my nerves. Oh, much better. Emotes. We're going to scroll up a little bit. We get this URL. This URL... We have a URL / static name.webp. Huh. And then each of these emoticons have the same URL. Does that make sense? We create these emoticons. Then how are they getting converted? Or we're listening to change events. Getting the emotes. Fascinating. Let's look in message emotes. Message emoticon. So this is where we were doing the Twitch emotes. And then here, external emote URLs. Build Twitch emotes. We're just using the emote that we get back from emoticon. Why am I finding it so hard to believe? Do we still have that page open? Here. So this is my channel emotes. Emotes 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So if we open these up, emotes, I have 16 emotes, or 17, it's 0 based. If we look at emote 7, whatever that is, 5 head. That's for the owner. We don't want the owner, we want the host and the files. So I must be putting these together in order to form a URL. Is it just the name, the static name at the end? Probably. And what was static name was just 1x. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. So the template in this case is very simple. That is very simple. It's really, really simple. So simple I couldn't see it. Oh, it's just the URL / static name. Wow. We do have the emote ID here. So we could make this easier. So we'll have the ID. Hey! We got a raid. Good morning, Brookzarker. How you doing? What's your project lately? I'm doing well. Just wondering what you were up to. Setting up terminal for Rust development with... Ooh. ZellyJ, NeoVim stream. Nice. Nice. Done with the ad. Welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome. I was asking, yeah, what you guys were up to. I went and peeked at your stream message. We're in the middle of cleaning up some of the... wow, that's an animated emote right there, isn't that? It's like the skull's just like... Yeah. Sorry, a little hypnotic. Between projects, working on Vim and ZellyJ. Nice. Nice. We're working on stream chat still. Again, working on the emotes. Trying to get the a little kind of emote template so we can communicate the emotes to the UI from the back end, so that we could eventually change settings in the UI and have them redrawn and have the emotes change size and so on and so forth. And it's Tuesday, isn't it? Good old Tuesday. I think I've got like 7 hours of meetings today. It'll be good though. Good meetings. So, I think we might need to pull in a little bit more information. So I think off of our emotes, we are not getting the ID because we didn't need it. We were just getting the URL. I am dearly hoping that these URLs do not, like this base here doesn't ever change. Do they describe that anywhere else? It does not look like it. I'm guessing they'll never change. Well, thank you again, Brooke, for that raid. And welcome, everyone. We got Blackout Roman, Badly Played Games, B4141, Londo Spark, good morning. And this... We should adjust our URL matcher. We get this a lot. Somebody has a word and then a colon. Off to work. Well, thank you. I'll be following you in probably an hour and a half. So. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, we are trying to parse this data. Right, we're getting this data from 7TV. And we just need to be able to take that data and create an object and a template that the front end can use to put together a URL for these lovely emotes here. So, and we're in this giant other big change. So, yeah, we just got like the bulldozer out and we're just you know, prancing through the field of emoticon madness with our bulldozer. All right. It's a strange mental image, really. I mean, that really deserves... Hold on. Hold on. What was it? Prancing through the field of emoticon madness with our bulldozer. I think is what was said. Yes. Come on, come on. Gotta check the models. Nearly there. Okay. Generate. What do you think it'll like? What does that even look like? Right, my mental model was kind of like the TF2 pyro introduction, right? Where you see through the eyes of the pyro and it's just like candy and gumdrops and dancing and happiness, but on the outside it's something else. Huh. All right, that's... And we got dogs. I think those might be dogs. they resemble dogs, maybe. Do they resemble dogs? I can't really tell. Like some, let's see. Let's upscale that image. Okay, that is something. And I guess these are supposed to be bulldozers behind. And where's the emoticons? It is a bit disturbing. That it is. Okay, let's try one more time. So little breaks before we hop right back into that. Oh, there we go. Oh, bulldozer. Interesting. I wonder if the bulldog is what the AI represents the bulldozer as. I mean, that one, yeah, it's more that, yeah, the kind of through the pyro lens that I was thinking, right? Like everything's just sparkly and glittery and happiness, and then what's really going on is destruction and chaos. All right, last one. And I did say bulldozer. That's a bulldozer. Yep. Just checking, making sure I got that right. Okay, one more. Oh, steamroller. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do one more after this. Let's see. Steamroller would be good. Here we go. Oh, I don't even want to upscale that. That thing has already been upscaled. Oh, that is not right. Hey, child. Come see this. The text was prancing through the field of emoticon madness with our bulldozer. Yeah, right? It's just, it's bad. All right.
Is that 4?
Okay, we're gonna zoom in, upscale the image. No, this appear to be wrinkles, colorful wrinkles there. And
Morning wrinkles.
yeah, like you can tell it might be venomous because it's got little things there.
It's mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. Are those ears? Is that just like a tongue? Is it suffocating itself with it? Yeah, who knows?
Or is that more color? Like a throat bag that's really colorful.
I don't know. Who knows? All right, the next one we're gonna do is steamroller. Okay. That's yeah. It's got a special. Yeah, that's something there. Whew. Yeah. I've been generating our backgrounds with this stuff. Oops, wrong thing. Oh, that's different. Let's look at that in a moment. So like our backgrounds here I've been generating with this. But what is this? It's like a steam engine. Like what? Upscale that. What is that? Wow. Steam train on a roller. That's kind of what it. But it's all one thing. Yeah, this is crazy. It's entertaining though. I mean, the field is kind of nice. It's got, yeah, the field is nice. It's got some nice tracks in the background. Okay, last one. And then we get back to the emoticon madness. Oh, one word. Yes. Okay, two then. We'll do two. Yeah, this version does people poorly. Yeah, that's not cool. All right, one word version. Let's do that. Steamroller, one word. Then we get back to our fun Rust code with those images planted in our subconscious to disturb us tonight as we slumber. Language barrier between human and AI, most likely. That's emoticon madness. Look at that. It tried to do emoticons. There's eyes and shapes. Oh, interesting. And it came out train-like again. Huh. Closer. Yeah, that is closer. Funny emoticon for Twitch channel or for Twitch chat. That's what I should do, is just daily have different like emotes that were generated by AI. That would be awesome. Or we make it a wow. That's cute. That's kind of cute. You can tell it's a couple, right? It's like it could be a man and a woman. Egg people, yes. Make it larger. Boom, there we go. Oh, no way. Or the old Wii people, yes, absolutely. That's cute. I like how it's mirrored the eyes on this guy over here. Right? Like it's got something going on. I like their mouth expressions are very different. Right? He's got his little mouth over here, and hers, of course, is obvious. And he might be like trying to sport a tux or something. I can't tell. Looks pretty good. Anyhow. We should probably get back to doing some Rust stuff. I like the idea of having like AI generated emojis for chat. Yeah, I like the idea. All right. Okay. We need templates. Templates. So what do we want JavaScript to receive? Okay. We want JavaScript to receive a template URL. Okay. Let's come back to somewhere in here. 'Cause this is where some of the chaos is from. Yeah, down here. All right. So let's just kind of, we're going to ideate. If you guys haven't seen the play Unicorns, it's very funny. It's ideate, imaginate. Do we want JavaScript just to receive? It needs to have a URL template. Right, and we need some sort of interesting tokens in there, right? So maybe we do it, similar to how Rust does it, where we could look for certain strings and replace them, right? With / template, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. It will also need to know the size. So it needs to know width, height, right? And those need to be variables on it. It will also need to know a theme, which could be light, dark, right? For UI choices. And size before X. So as it will get basically the template and an array of this stuff. Then it can choose which one of these and build the template. Right. A theme doesn't have to be on each one. Or does it? Yes, because only some support theming. Yeah. I like this because we can put as much as we can into the URL and then provide something other, like tokens. What would be the benefit of having tokens versus URLs? Right, we could have a series of tokens. That would be an array of key value pairs. Right. So in this case, it might be foo, and the value might be, some value. Then we would look for foo or bar in the URL, replace it with the value, and go on. Well, why would we do that instead of just having, instead of just having the URL here? Do we do a URL template or do we do a full URL? Because if we just have the full URL, it would simplify it. To the emote, yes. Which is why it would be hard. These would be things that might differ between 7TV emotes, Better TV emotes, and Twitch emotes that would not be consistent between them. Right? These other properties, the size, the width, the theme, we would be able to kind of map each one of these to a size, right, that we determine. And tokens would be all the other stuff in the bag, right? And that might be the emote ID or because Twitch might not have emote IDs, whereas 7TV does. Just pulling stuff out of the air. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true, actually. I think it might actually be better to have the full URL and then just the consistent pieces. So now that we look at this, you know what? That might be pretty good. And that, you know what? We're already on this path. So let's just continue. We will have the URLs with these. So full URL, no tokens. And we're nearly there. Even if the URL changed, the tokens here would be just odd properties, right? That might be specific to the URL. That could be like creator name and stuff like that. And we would never look up an emote using that information. Oh yeah. I don't mind just having the fully baked URL in lieu of tokens. It's going to use a little bit more space, but that might be okay. And then if memory does become a problem on the front end, because this is going to take what? When it's done, URL might be 100 bytes. The rest of it, 60 bytes. So less than 200 bytes. Oh. It should be okay. $200 per emoticon. That could add up in some channels, though. So if that becomes an issue, the front end could deduplicate it. Right? Have some sort of central map of these. Because given an emoticon, its data would be the same on every invocation. If the data is the same on every invocation, then we're basically back to here. Not necessarily this piece where we're generating the emotes for Twitch. We could generate part of these ahead of time. Our external emotes. Wow. Okay, I think I just talked myself out of this whole thing. I think that where this would end up eventually is that we would denormalize the data. Excuse me, we would basically normalize it and reduce the amount of data. So we would have a single store in the JavaScript code, which is what we had. Oh, wow. Okay. I like some of it better. I think that we'll find probably a happy place in the middle. Okay. But this also means that I deleted the emoticon store. And where'd that go? So we need to get that back out. We need emoticon store. Come back to us. Where's Kitty? All right. So here's our chat. Oh, yeah. Okay. We deleted that. it's back. You love Svelte? I like Svelte too. It's been a bit of a neat learning experience. Looks like we have some unused pieces. Let's clean that up. Bronian, good day, good happy Tuesday to you. Okay. And where we ended up on this path was that we had just split up all the emoticons in the Rust side into their own little buckets. And then we were coming into the JavaScript side, and I was like, you know what? We should just rely on the Rust side for this information instead of doing this twice. Oh, well, thank you. But I think where it would have ended up is back where we were. So we're going to enhance this store because we need multiple emoticons stored. And we need global emoticons. We need channel emoticons. Okay. I'm going to have a couple stores here. Let's have a global emoticon store. Then we'll have external emoticon store, but it's not going to be writable like that. Const. We'll have an object that then has many stores in it, one per channel. Going to be an object. Technically not quite right. What were we doing here? Yeah, we had our channel state. Oh, this one was different. That's channel state store. It's basically going to be similar to that. Okay. So instead of just having external emoticons, we need to have, let's see, we could have global external global emoticons, or we could try to create some sort of interface that things use. But I'm new to Svelte, so I don't know where propagation would happen, right? Like if the store changes, what needs to re-render, right? And I think in these cases, an emoticon will never change. Right? The emoticon data is always consistent. So having a function return the emoticon data should be fine. Where things would need to change is if somebody went into settings and said, you know what, I want smaller emoticons, then everything needs to re-render. But the data for the emoticons is still the same. Okay. Oh, we'll fix up this listen thing later. I think we're going to get rid of that. Going to export something else. And do we even need like a writable store? We don't. This can just be just an object. Yeah, and I don't think that this store, I don't think we need a store here that triggers DOM changes. Because what will happen is we will listen to events that happen, like loading 7TV emotes, right? Loading the 7TV global emotes, or loading emotes for a new channel that we've just joined, right? And As the channel gets messages, we would then look up data in this, I'm not going to call it a store, in this warehouse. And that message could just use that data. It doesn't need to keep looking it up because it's never going to change. And I think that's okay. It's only when the UI settings change that a new emoticon URL needs to be basically created. And that could be done using the same data. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, external emoticon store. We are not doing that. Okay, ignoring this for a moment. We need probably another function. Let's see, export. I don't know. Export function. Get emoticon URL. And we need a channel and some text. Channel. Or we just get the emoticon and then let the component do it. I don't know. I'd rather have all the URL building and all that stuff in here. Channel. This will be... What if the emote owner changes their name? Twitch beginning the emote. Then we... So in this case, so will it pull the new info? I don't think that the emotes change name when Twitch changes, if somebody changes their name. So I think that if I changed my name, my little emotes like Mistrology Clippy and stuff like that do not change. And even if they did, the previous version of them is still accessible. Tauri? I like Tauri. It's been fairly comfortable. I think I've had more trouble learning Svelte than Tauri. Tauri feels fairly natural. Get emoticon URL. Yeah, we need to give it a channel. And this is a string. Then we need to give it the emote. Emoticon ID, I don't know, something. A text, which is also a string. Size, which is, oh goodness. Let's look that up. Emoticon size. Theme. We do not have theme in here. Maybe we should. Let's add theme. Oh, it took a full minute to see it on the screen. You know, I've seen that. Other people have commented on that too. And sometimes it's just very individual, and other times it's not. So I'm not really sure. Yours were under a different name as... Just querying... Yeah, I don't think it'll throw a wrench in the process. I think we should be all right. And each time we get a message from Twitch, they give us in that message what the ID of the emoticon is. So for Twitch emotes, I think we're okay. Oh, and ad seconds behind. Yeah. You know, I think I had ads disabled for this stream. Settings, stream. VOD settings on, permissions. Channel. Just checking on it. Hold on. Ads, I do not have ads activated. Activate your schedule to automatically run ads on your channel. Oh, okay. Stream display ads. Let me check something real quick, because yeah, I am not intending to have ads here. I mean, if people want to like sub or whatever, that's fine, but I'm not looking to do that. Yeah, stream display ads are the little ads that show up at the, like, I guess they'd be down below. They kind of resize everything, right? I don't know how to turn ads off. Strange. I'll have to look into this a bit later. I don't think I can. I think it's just a Twitch thing, right? And then subscribers can have ad-free viewing, but oh, it just serves when joining for the first time. I see. They show an ad and they get the money. I see. Well, I guess, you know, it is what it is. So, I tried, man. I tried. Okay. So we'll have a theme. We'll have an emoticon. This is very close to what we were thinking, right? Size, width, height. We need a theme. And we need a vec cow. Something like that, right? So that they could choose what size, they know the width and the height, so that they can properly create the image tag, right? So it doesn't cause the text to bounce around. So this is for querying, this is for querying, this is for the image tag. We don't have the alt text. So we were getting rid of that other emoticon, right? Okay. Yeah, and that's going to break a whole bunch of stuff, but that's okay. We're expecting that. Okay. Let's start at the top. Well, we want to get here. Where was it? I forgot where we were making that little note. No, not there, not there. Close that one. Doesn't matter. I think we remember it well enough. Yeah, it's gone. It's just gone. All right. Back to emotes. So we're going to have some changes in here, which is fine. Let's go back up to the top. Let's go to main. Okay, so we have this external emoticons thing, right? And I was hoping to create this message emoticon builder, which would create these emotes and these data structures to send to the front end, right? And I think that we could nearly pre-generate them. This thing is going to be responsible for converting the identified emoticon text into structures that we... Oh shoot, we're no longer sending those structures to the front end. Oh, no. Okay, we can get rid of that. We no longer need to do the translation now because the translation will happen in the emoticon loading, right? When we fetch the data from, let's say, 7TV. So that's gone. We can get rid of emoticon builder. Ew. Oh, and there's... This is emotes, line 400. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of emoticon builder. Goodbye, emoticon builder. That's fine. So let's go back to main. Let's move that over. No more emoticon builder. Right, that's gone. Yeah, it's gone. That's going away. That's going away. First message does not need that anymore. And this here, emoticon here just needs to now be how, just like it was before. Cow message stir. What is that type? Okay. Oh, that goes away. Okay. So this was converting our parsed message into a structure that would get sent to the front end. Okay. And Twitch emote and external emote. See, message part, I thought we had... Yeah, they're just emoticon. They're not even like Twitch emote. We're trying to make them basically consistent. I think I want them separate because of the way that Twitch handles this. Twitch emoticon versus, say, external. Yeah, we'll have some renaming to do. That goes away. Okay. Twitch emote versus external. External emotes we should be able to make very consistent. Twitch emotes, well, they are what they are. Let's... Okay, sanitize. Yep. These just get passed through. What was it? Apple D? There we go. So that might be it for the parser change. Okay. We'll have to change those on the front end because, well, now the front end doesn't know what those are. Speaking of which, can we generate types yet? No, because the code is still in our little minefield. Theme. Yeah, okay. So we got some little things to clean up. That's in TypeScript. Oh, absolutely. No, I welcome questions. I welcome it. These are going to be external emoticons, aren't they? Not at this point. These are just saying the theme. And for the 7TV emotes, they don't have theming information. So we might just choose, like, this is light themed, right? Yeah, they don't have animated, listed, states, host. Yeah, it's just not there. Oh, learning Python. Very cool. You can do some fun stuff in Python. Hey, Julio. Is it possible to get TypeScript types from the Rust structs? Yes, it is. Pants for birds. Also into Python. All right. Like a shiny new toy, yes. Yes. And for the types bit, we're using a project. Let's see if we can find it, called TypeShare. So you can decorate your structs, right? In this case, emoticon, and it will end up, when you configure it, it's not it here. So it'll create a type for you. And just so you can basically learn from what we've painfully gone through, you have to do it like so. Types, and where you give it an output file, it has to be a .d.ts, of course, because it's TypeScript types, external types, etc. You've done so much Python recently, you really want to get into Zig, Rust, and Golang more? Yeah, and it's actually made by 1Password. Let's like, it doesn't have a lot of traction and a lot of downloads and whatnot per month. It's like 40. That's all me, man. It's all me. However, it's by the 1Password group. Rust is your next step. It's a step. That's a decent step, but there's plenty of help. You want to learn TypeScript? You don't do any web dev, but even just for small JavaScript sucks. You know, and that it's so interesting because some people have a great time without TypeScript, right? Other people, they like the types and the compiler, kind of structure. Yeah, it's a different experience for everyone. I've had very senior kind of developers saying like, no, you don't need types. Like JavaScript, it's good at what it is. And, got to respect that opinion. Like everybody's got a different opinion. How do you implement like a pop notification? For example, a friend request in Facebook. Is using sockets a must, or is there a better method? For a pop notification? Oh, interesting. Yeah, like little toasts and stuff, like something that might show up like down here. Whoosh, that stuff. I don't know. Like in Tauri, right? Yeah. Oh, a little pop-up. Like in the app? In the app itself? Your keyboard keys are everywhere. Yeah, give us a little bit more context on that 4141. Because I am curious. Because I'm probably going to want the same sort of thing eventually, but maybe not in this app. You learn TypeScript first, so now you can't use JavaScript. That's great. You've heard that JS has added a bunch of niceties. Yeah, it really has. Yes, it allows you to sync the Rust types and, excuse me, it allows you to create TypeScript types from Rust types. Yeah, and that's so true, right? Sometimes you pick up a screwdriver to fix, sometimes you pick up a hammer. There are definitely things that I would not use Erlang for. And there are some things where it's just the perfect tool. Like notifications on Twitch that a stream started. Oh, like in the page, right? So it'd like show up in here. That's probably going to be some sort of so that would likely be in the app or multiple windows. And in this case, if it's inside the HTML context, you could use, goodness, there's probably a library for this, maybe even a Svelte one. But just a div with a very high Z order, right? That's absolutely positioned. Yeah, and if you wanted them separate, right, you might even have, see, this is actually what I see, this here. And I just kind of cut it nice for the stream. But yeah, you could even do separate windows in Tauri. Just have it like pop up and then go away. And that does not require sockets and stuff like that. The windows can communicate with events. I'm working on your first startup MVP. You're doing it in Phoenix. Oh, interesting. Used Erlang in the past, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It is amazing. The only critique I have for Phoenix is the community, right? It's not a happy sound. Like the sound you get when a mouse chews into an electrical cable. I don't know. Either that or like a spider walked into a heater. I wish the Erlang community was larger, right? And I do want like hex.pm and all those other sites to be more like the Rust, versions of them. Oh, from the backend side, how would the user know? Yes. So in this case, hopping back to the Twitch chat pop-up thing, like so-and-so just started streaming, you would probably get some sort of event from either the Twitch IRC or a Twitch Helix endpoint, right? One of these things. So you would have to be subscribing to a number of things. Maybe some sort of notification is in here. So you'd have to subscribe to that. The backend would have that connection open. When the backend received it, you would then create that window or send an event to an existing window, and then that listener would create the div or whatever. Yeah. And in this case, I think because of like the context we're talking about Twitch here, because right now this app isn't on the phone, and if it's on the phone, then yeah, you might get into push notification territory, which is completely different. Yeah. But if it's something that's already open, yeah. So some app that's already open, it's probably a socket to an endpoint. Yeah, I like Live View. Live View is really cool, and even the Rails community is now starting to have something like Live View, right? Where it's server-side generated portions of pages, which seems just really neat to me, right? Like the one thing that's actually made me interested in like picking up Rails and doing Ruby stuff would be that. But then I get into, well, should I just use Phoenix? Like, works really well with Beam. Yes. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Rails doesn't have a great scaling profile, but Phoenix has a great scaling profile. Okay. Let's see. We're converting these things. So when we load up a 7TV emote, see, we have to choose a theme. Theme is going to be emoticon theme light. Just something like that. Or none. We could have a none. Or it could be optional. Ooh, that is a tough one. You want the option to the theme? Because some of these just don't have themes. We might have to do 2 passes through there just to find one. Look for one with a theme, otherwise no. Kind of miss Ruby being popular. It works much better as an actual scripting language versus Python. Way more ergonomic for what people type for that type of workflow. Yeah. I like parsing args, interesting. Is it just verbose? Yeah, let's go with the option. Okay, option. On that. Okay. So we got none on those. Now we need URLs. This is going to be a vec of these. I think that was the whole thing. Let's look at our nodes. Theme, width, height, size, token. Oh, we're getting rid of tokens. That's gone. That's gone. And sometimes URLs, plural. Ooh, no, no, no. Let's do one and have... See, we know whether or not it's animated, right? So I thought I saw animated. Frame cut format. Animated, true. So we can know if it's animated. Okay. We are also going to add type. Oh, I don't like the word type here. That's a horrible thing. Kind. And it would be, you know, static or animated. If we were trying to, you know, search through these and find the best emoticon given a set of user preferences, what would we call this? Right, they would probably just have a checkbox like show animated, right? That'd be true or false. And sometimes we wouldn't have these as animated. Well, it's like the whole thing is animated. I don't know if we'd have an option to be able to not play it. Maybe we could figure that out. I don't... How do you have like a animated GIF, right? Or WebP or whatever, and only ever show the first frame? They add something to only show the first thing? Or is there a CSS attribute? Decoding, sync, okay, blah, blah, blah. Fetch priority, height, width, is map, loading, events, okay, no, 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 sizes, source set. Width, use map? Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, those are all just deprecated. How to not animate a GIF? This, okay. Zoom, animated GIFs, not animating. It's kind of the opposite. Is there CSS to stop GIF animations? Oh, interesting. Animation play state, running and paused. Well, that's what I'm kind of in the same boat, right? But I'm just hoping. Sorry, like buttons and stuff. Let's see. This is for the animations. The JavaScript Web Animations API, you are able to use things like play and pause. That's for animations, not for images. Animation play state? I mean, that I don't... Okay, let's go to 7 TV. Lots of animated stuff here. Oh, dot com dot app. Emotes. All right, so we got this cat kiss thing, right? Let's inspect that. So we got that element. Is this even a thing? It is. Invalid property name. No, okay. So it's not a CSS thing. Let's see if we can interact with it in the console. $sign. What is $sign? It's a function. No, they're using jQuery? Really? Using console. Okay. Temp 0. Dot. Oops. What was it? Animated play state? Animation play state. Oh. Animate to one argument. Why is there this animate function? What is it? It's a function. Prototype, yes, show me more. Drawing it to a canvas might work. Ooh. $0 for active element? Let's see. Oh, yes. Thank you. And that's what I added. Not there. Yeah, what else could we do to it? Style editor? We're not using an animation. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I just want to know if it's possible. Duration. Doesn't like it. Now, this is all for CSS animations. It's not going to control the GIF animation. No, good guess. Good guess. It's worth pushing all the buttons. All right. One quick last little check. How to stop an animated GIF from animating in a web page. Oh, yeah, you can put it in the GIF. Yeah. Wah wah. Source and for the command there. It's for the CSS animations API. It's not for that. Ooh, here we go. Ha! Canvas. Look at that. It's just like you suggested. Draw to canvas, he says. Interesting. All right, so that might be much later. I could see stopping an animation after a certain amount of time. Like this guy up here is still animating, right? Even after it's gone off screen. It's probably much cheaper for the app to not have those going. Okay. Yeah, post a link. That's fine. Yeah, save it. Let's play only once, yeah. And what we can do with that is also go to our little task list. Have a setting to only animate for X seconds. Let's toss that in there. That's taking its sweet time loading. Oh, that's cool. All right, we'll toss both of those in the task. Do that later. Okay. Okay, now that we're not concerned about that, and let's come back to the code. What kind? What kind of image is it? Like, how do we describe this? Is it static? Is it animated? What those describe? I don't know. I keep going back to kind. I don't like it. And I'm trying to avoid like animation type or animation kind, static or animated. We could have frame count, maybe. What else could we do? Naming things is one of the hardest pieces of programming. I think maybe just in general. I mean, just look at the number of like person names there are, right? It's like a fixed set. We just keep using the same things over and over again. I don't know. Okay. Let's go to the thesaurus. Where's our thesaurus? Animated. Where's our, oh, animated. Action, spirit, lively, vigorous. Maybe it's just a Boolean is animated. Moves. Yeah. Gonna keep it simple. Is animated true or false? All right. All right. And for these, what do we get? Data host variant. So let's come back here. We need to look at how we're parsing this data. We have frame count. That's cool. So here, animated, where would that be? 7tv emote dot data emote dot name. Where's name? Is that this one? Cat gem. Okay, then animated is off of that. And this is a Boolean. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go back on the is part of that. Animated, I think, is good enough. And 4. Okay. Now we know if it's animated. So the front end can choose what theme, is it animated, which size, width, height, and we have the URLs. Now this, I do not think we should have a vector here. I added a vector because of how the Twitch emotes are set up. And I think that was because I was including the hold on. A little bit of, I gotta think about this. Copy, delete, okay. And boom, boom, okay. The Twitch emotes, I was just had a special place in the list for animations being the first one. But I don't think we want that. We just want to know whether or not it's animated. Okay. There's that. Okay. What's next? Let's remove some of these. All right. What about down here? Arguments to this function are incorrect. Yeah. Funny, because now this can go back to being a dash set, can't it? Oops. Odd, my Vim keys aren't working. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay. No longer need a lifetime? Oh, okay. Get to mode account. We're not going to use this function. This goes away. Yeah. What do we get back here? We get option to a ref, but that's a dash set. So this is a dash set. That's an option to a ref. Okay. And this here is simply arc dash set. We want basically the same thing. That we want a dash set to a string. Channel here. Oh, no, I deleted too much. Deleted too much. Let's go back a little. Oh, lifetime's coming back. Okay. This needs to still be... Come on. No. We'll just fix it. I thought it was going to be quicker to undo. It's not. This needs to be a dash map to a dash set. All right. Hello. Map, KV. What's that for?
We color it in for the minutes you spend doing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They're all in like 5-minute
Gotcha.
increments.
No, and you'll be able to visualize your day. That's cool. Nice.
I was doing it in my pink book.
Yep.
I wish I had a computer so I could do this in like Adobe Illustrator or something.
Yeah.
My computer's sitting there in front of me.
All right. Unwrapper default. Okay. Oh, there's no default for a reference to a dash set string. Okay. All right. All right.
There's something in Adobe Illustrator that like cuts off a bit from the outside.
Hmm.
So I actually like put it like smaller inside the whatever it is that they use for the background.
Yep. Gotcha. So that's a reference. And what is a dash set internally? Can we... So if we get this reference to this dash set, what can we do with the dash set? Can you clone a dash set and you're still okay? Or like, what are the semantics there? Dash map, dash set. Oh, let's just go to dash map. Maybe arcs? Okay, it has internal locking, internal mutability. Okay, and what does... Okay, so no, we don't want to clone that. We want arcs. Which means we come back here to external emotes here. Okay, then we can just clone the arc, pass that in, done. Okay. Not move out of dereference. Consider borrowing here. Global emoticons. Oh, okay, line 2. I see. What is this, though? This is... Why don't we just clone the arc? Okay, and we will just pass arcs in. And this is an arc to one of those. Okay. All right. And what are we doing here? We're passing that in. And in this case, yes, we want that. And we could likely just borrow at this point. Because that should deref. Yeah, no. Does not live long enough. Why? We own that here. And that's a dash set to a string. The music is a vibe. Yes, this is... It's usually where I end up. Lifetime message to find here. Argument requires external global emotes is borrowed for message. And... Fascinating. Is that because... Oh, because we have state on here. Which we can get rid of. Okay. Why does that need to live that long? Oh. Live for as long as message. How long does message live? It matters because we're putting things into this message parts, which then gets returned. And sadly, Okay, so it is for as long as state, though. Oh, interesting. So because this... Okay, let's undo a little bit. Right, let's let's deref higher up so that we can still use that. Otherwise our lifetimes are going to be a mess. So here, these should be arcs at this point. Actually, oh, oops. Let's see who calls this. Here. Oh, Rockaboo. Hey, perfect. Thank you for showing up today. I was looking forward to... Okay. This thing right here is done for a moment because I gotta ask Rockaboo stuff. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah, here we go. All right, so this is the diffusers-rs codebase. All right, now, yeah, run. so when I run and create the image, right? Occasionally, and by which I mean every time, it does everything on the CPU. It doesn't actually use MPS, the MPS features. So I'm wondering if there is a flag or something. I didn't see anything, but I was able to get it installed and running. I had to make sure that I had, was it libtorch compiled for ARM, etc. Right, and I did that via Homebrew. So I got libtorch and all that stuff installed with Homebrew, and then everything else compiled. When I set some environment variables, yeah, so I had to modify, just provide a libtorch environment variable and also include that in the LD library path for linking. Otherwise, it tried to link with something else, and it was just a mess. You don't have a Mac to test with, but that was part of the match arms of the CUDA device. Yeah, so I started to look into that. Okay, so there's this CUDA is available, but CUDA doesn't seem to like I put that in there. That does nothing currently. So really is available. If we look at that, it goes into this ATC CUDA is available. And I have no idea what this actually does. And I'm not seeing whether or not CUDA has detected it. But when I run it, it's just not GPU at all. It just takes forever to generate an image. I did come up with a new kind of emote that I want to have, because I suspect that it could create, if I get the MPS stuff working, I suspect it could create very small emoticon style things very quickly. What is this?
It's the milk egg cinnamon.
Oh, you made a new batch today?
Yeah, and I added coffee and egg whites this time around.
Nice. Okay, I'll try it. Thank you. All right. We've got, so my daughter's been experimenting with of different recipes, and she saw one. What was it called? Milk soup. It's actually a lot like eggnog, and yeah, it smells a lot like eggnog with some nutmeg and coffee in it. Yeah, that's good. Oh, it's a bit too thick for me right now, though. Thank you. Get device always returns CPU. I think so. Here, let's if we look at the README, and so let's say I go to grab this here because everything's set up. Yeah, we get false for these. Maybe just force it to return device MPS. Okay. So where is that? That's let's undo all of these. Put that back to normal. And this is your branch, by the way. So how do I tell it to use a device here? Get device. We could just give it MPS. Okay, but where does this get used? So get device. Oh, so I could just... That's not working. Interesting. Still learning this new... If I just force that. Let's see. Okay, crashes. Supported devices include CPU, CUDA, and HPU. What is HPU? However, got MPS. And maybe I didn't compile it with that? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know either. And I would like to know. Apple MPS support. Oh, maps. No, I don't want maps. I don't know if it's just someplace in the chain, right? I didn't get that compiled in. Let's see. Oh, metal performance shaders. Copy link. I want to see that. Wow. Yeah. Oh. Do we need... Okay, so I had to do an upgrade because I was behind a little bit. It looks like it could have worked on what I had. With a native version, ARM64 of Python. I think I have that. Preview nightly build. And that's preview nightly build as of... Let's see. Wait. Installing. Nightly. Oh, I want that. I'm on a Mac. Goodness. Package? libtorch? I love the default. Interesting. It's really libtorch that we want. Copy link. What do we get here if we download that? And 55 megabytes. Okay. Oh, it exists. Perfect. Let me. Okay, so everything looks like it was in a libtorch. I just don't trust zip files, right? Zip files, like tar files, always, kind of expand into a directory, but zip files don't. No, All right, cd libtorch. Interesting. So ROCm and CUDA are not supported. What's ROCm? It could be okay. What do we have here? Header files. Okay, so oh, AMD. Copy link. All right. Yeah, we're coming up on kind of the end of the stream here, but thank you. Okay, so it looks like we've got to include directories. We've got share and lib. Now, okay, torch. Move. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Source rust. Delete me. libtorch to source. Yep. It should live in source. Even though it's not really source, but it's kind of my playground. Torch is not there anymore. Oh, what is it? It's going to be... What's in this directory? That's not what I copied. Huh, okay. So that's really the top level. It has lib, share, okay. Okay, good. Now we have that. Fine. Now if we go back, see, source rust, diffusion, okay. Cargo clean. Where was it? Now, oh, that didn't get the new library. Let's copy that. HRC. Now we'll run it. X. What? Lots of fun. Warnings. Fancy. How many errors emitted? Okay. File included from there. No member named. Diag backwards. In namespace torch. Oh, is it just too different? All right. I'll have to look at that again later. But I have to run to a meeting. We're gonna raid Moscow, bish. Thank you all. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll talk to you next time. We took a look at the TCHRS repo. Okay. And is there a way to are you in the Discord at all? So I'd love to be able to get a hold of you outside of the stream. Or just ping me on Twitch. I can ping you on Twitch, whatever. All right, I gotta run. See y'all. Bye-bye.